Hey guys, welcome to Doc Leo Talks Comics. This is episode 105 of this Doc's Weekly Comic Pickups video. So I'm trying something a little bit different. Let me know if you guys like how this looks or if you want me to go back to the old setup. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And the first book we're going to talk about is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And this is Rite of Spring, issue number 5, I believe. Yes, by Patrick Horvath. And we see Samantha and Nigel's sister getting along famously because she is still trying to take the sister out. And I don't know what kind of game she's playing. I don't know if she wants to get caught. I don't know if she's trying not to get caught, or if she just really thinks that she's that much smarter than Nigel's sister. But I will say that it turns out poorly in the end. But these watercolor paints, it just looks like painted watercolor stuff. It's absolutely a gorgeous book. Nothing to complain about there. And I just love taking a look at these books, and it's almost like an old picture book from when you were a kid, but it is so much more violent than that. And so it brings almost a Hannibal Lecter type thing to something that should be simple and childlike. I believe it finishes on issue 6, so we've only got one more issue of this to find out what happens to the sister, what happens to Samantha, and what happens to the townspeople of, let's see here, Woodbrook. I tell you this, that right there doesn't look too good for our intrepid main character. Now, does it? Probably not going to end well for Samantha in this book. But you know what? You do bad deeds, and eventually karma is going to come back and get you. So that's the book of the week. Next up, we have Circus Maximus, issue number 3 from Mad Cave. And here we have Mark Sable, Giorgio Pontrelli, Emilio Lecce, and Dave Sharp. And our heroes here who have stolen the treasure from underneath Rome, Nero's treasure, have now been caught by the Praetorians. And it's like Ocean's 11, man. This thing, it started off kind of slow, but then it built and it built. And now we have our heroes trying to get away. The artwork is simplistic, but at the same time, you can see, let's see if I can, you get to see double page spreads like that occasionally of Rome burning and the Circus Maximus burning. So it's crazy to think about somebody trying to steal from Nero while Rome burns. But at the same time, it's a lot of fun. It's a great idea, and it's to me, it's something that most people haven't thought of. But if Nero's destroying Rome, what is going to happen to what's left of Rome? What's left of Rome's treasures? What's left of, what the people have put in coin to Julius Caesar and to all of the pundits there? So this, I believe, is also a 6-issue miniseries, and we get to see a double cross and a betrayal in this issue that you don't really see coming, although considering the character, you probably should. Romans, and I'm just going to say higher up Roman leaders, are not to be trusted. All right, third book, G.I. Joe, The Dreadnought War, part 5 of 6. We have Duke and Cobra Commander going against the Dreadnoughts. G.I. Joe force comes, and part 5 of 5, I'm sorry. The Quintesson War in Void Rivals is going to be 6 parts. But we do get to see Hound get some action in this title. So there's betrayals by the Joes against the Joes. There are the Dreadnoks teaming up with Cobra Commander. You still got Josh Williamson and on writing and Tom Riley on art, and they have done a top-notch book. This is one of the most fun G.I. Joe books that I've read in quite a while, and you even get to see the air cavalry come in. So Josh Williamson grew up reading Larry Hama comic books from G.I. Joe, and now he's getting to write alongside Larry Hama at Skybound and Image for the new G.I. Joe here, and I just can't get enough of it. It's awesome to see, and there is an absolute wicked turn at the end of this book that you will not be expecting. So if you haven't had a chance to read this, it's also got a full wraparound cover, so that's pretty neat to see. This will whet your appetite if you're looking for something action-filled and you want Rambo in a comic. All right, next, Green Lantern Corps, issue number 12. I'm not enjoying this as much once Jeremy Adams stepped off the book after the, third or fourth issue. Morgan Hampton is doing a good but not great job, but you also got Fernando Pasarin, Will Conrad, who unfortunately is no longer on the other Jeremy Adams book, which is Flash Gordon. But you get to see all of the Lantern Corps trying to work together so that they can shut down Larfleeze, because Larfleeze is trying to take over everything. He's greedy. He is the emotional aspect of avarice and greed, and he will do whatever it takes to take over the other Lanterns, to take over Oa, to take over the Corps, to take over the world, and indeed take over the universe. His greed knows no bounds. So the artwork in here is good, but I really think I'm probably going to drop this title after this issue because it just doesn't excite me in the same way that it used to. So it's good, but it's not great. And these days I can't afford to only pay for good. I have to pay for great. Which, now that we come to this, Minor Arcana number 13 by Jeff Lemire, and it was great. And you get to see Teresa going after Jason, the sister of her friend, and she finds him, but he's in almost another realm. So he goes to this house, and she says, "Yo," and he's like, "Who the hell are you? You know, who are you?" She said, "A friend of your sister's." And she tries unconvincingly to bring him back to the life, to, reality as we know it, instead of this dream world, whatever this is. And he keeps telling her, you don't know things about me. I'm better off here. Leave me alone. Leave me here. Forget about me. Tell my sister that I'm dead. Whatever you got to do, just leave me be. And in the end, she tries to help him see things, but then she sees what happened to him to put him in this spot. There is no Edgewater, just an instant flood of images that I can barely grasp. And it's also disorienting that I just want it to stop. So Jeff Lemire is definitely telling a straightforward, fun mystery in this book. At first it was going to be about her and her mom and the fact that they don't get along. Now it is so much more about the town and all the secrets in the town. So it's almost turning into a pseudo Twin Peaks type of book, and I just can't get enough of this. Coming towards the end here, guys. And the last book I want to talk about in this video is Transformers number 28. This is by Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora for only a few more issues. But you get classic Transformers here. And you also get the mixing of the Mask universe into the Energon universe. So Miles Mayhem goes after G.I. Joe, and it doesn't end as, you probably didn't expect it to end well, but the general finally says, somebody find me Matt Tracker. I've got a sneaking suspicion that we backed the wrong horse. So, this Dan Mora artwork, man. Look at all of the love and the energy and the time that he pours into these characters. It really, really sucks that he's going to back off in 2026 and not do as much artwork. But I really wish that the one book he would have stayed on was Transformers, because that is the book that could really use his help more so, to keep the momentum going from the DWJ run. But you get RC ascending to the mantle of Magnus. Optimus asks Ultra Magnus to stay on as an advisor, whereas Ultra Magnus wants to step away from all of the war and the violence and the destruction. So he says that, he'll think about it. He'll think about what Prime is asking him to do. And unfortunately, one of our intrepid heroes, I'm not going to name who it is, meets an unfortunate end at the hands of Megatron. And Megatron just looks so evil. Just downright evil. So, what is Megatron's game plan now that he's back? We're not sure yet, but it's going to involve a lot of blood, guts, and energon. So, great job, Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora. Keep this up. Keep it up. All right? And I did pick up 2 other books, but I'm not going to talk about them just yet. I'm going to wait until I have the first 2 issues and possibly the 5th issue in my hand. But here we have issue 3 and 4 of Dead Samurai from Wake Entertainment. Look at this Bill Sienkiewicz cover, man. How can you not love this stuff here? And it's a cardstock cover, but it's almost a foil, because it shines and shimmers in all the right ways. And also issue number 4. So we will talk about these books more once I get the complete series in my hand, or at least the first 2 issues, so that I can read everything at once. But that is the haul. Let me know again, guys, whether you like this format or you would rather me I'm tongue-tied today, guys. Whether you prefer that I return to the original format. So let me know in the comments below. And also, let me know what you guys picked up at the shop. What are you reading? What are you enjoying? What are you dropping? What is great, not just good? Guys, I know this video was probably a little bit shorter than usual, but I'm trying out this new thing. So I will catch you guys hopefully in the next video. Peace out.